Lord and Savior. Holy, 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 holy,
Welcome to the African News Channel, your #1 platform for bold, independent African analysis and updates. If you're just joining us, please take a moment to like this video, share it across your platforms, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel. Your support is essential in keeping Pan-African voices alive and thriving. Don't just watch, be a part of this movement. Subscribe, support, and stay informed. We begin today with a troubling report emerging from Burkina Faso. According to verified sources, a new extremist faction known as JIM has reportedly launched a violent assault on a military base, killing over 50 brave soldiers and temporarily seizing control of the installation. Eyewitnesses say the insurgents issued a chilling threat that Captain Ibrahim Traoré must step down or suffer the same fate as the revolutionary icon Thomas Sankara.
So we have some major breaking news. Burkina Faso is under attack and already 50 soldiers have been unalived. And let me tell you, we have now seen the footage that is coming from those places. My God, there are so many videos in Telegram and they are very much scary. Now, we have already found the group that is responsible for that and the number of terrorists who went to attack and the numbers of soldiers who have been injured and the soldiers who have been unalived. So for the second time, Ibrahim Traoré is facing one of the biggest challenges: terrorism in Burkina Faso. The name of the group that attacked this time round is JIM. And the terrorists that attacked that camp, that military base, were around 100. And what we actually know is that it was a very bad ambush leading to the unaliving of 50 soldiers. They also completely destroyed that military base. And they said Ibrahim Traoré has to step down immediately, and they are going to do exactly as what they did to Thomas Sankara. We actually know the country that is sending these people into Burkina Faso, a western country which we are not going to mention now, but as the news come in, I'll keep you updated. Ibrahim Traoré hasn't yet responded and we are waiting to see what actually Ibrahim Traoré is going to do and what he's going to say. But what we know is that his response is going to be very, very mighty.
While Captain Traoré has yet to issue an official statement, the silence from surrounding African leaders is deafening. Why are our so-called leaders always quick to respond to Western calls, but mute when it comes to defending fellow African states under attack? Where is the solidarity, the unity, the urgency? Remember to support our mission by sending us a super thanks or joining our channel membership. Every contribution goes a long way in keeping African truth at the forefront. In another deeply disturbing case, Burkina Faso has demanded answers after one of its citizens, who was imprisoned in Ivory Coast, allegedly committed suicide under suspicious circumstances. His only crime, according to reports, was speaking positively about Captain Traoré while in Ivory Coast.
Breaking news. There is big tension going on between Burkina Faso and Ivory Coast. This is after a Burkina Faso citizen pronounced dead at the police custody in Ivory Coast. You won't believe this. He was arrested on 10th January and he was prosecuted for colluding with agents of the foreign nation, in short, spy, whereby, according to Burkina Faso, they literally disagreed with the statement that Ivory Coast gave out that this man unalived himself using a rope, in short, suicidal. It doesn't even make sense in the police custody. How does the rope comes in? And let me tell you, the Burkina Faso people are very much angry on this. And remember, this is one Ivory Coast that has been trying their very best to bring Ibrahim Traoré down in collaboration with the West. And let me tell you, it's not business as usual. I don't know what will be the response of the president of Burkina Faso, the Lion of Africa, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Till now, he has not spoken. Each and everybody is waiting for the response of the unalive of their beloved one. He was called Alino Faso. You won't believe this.
This has sparked massive protests in Ouagadougou and beyond, with citizens demanding justice and accountability. Is democracy in Africa only democratic when it praises the ruling elite? When did free speech become a death sentence in our own land? Where are the AU and ECOWAS in all of this?
So we have some major breaking news. There is a lot of protest in Burkina Faso as we are talking right now. They want justice for Alino Faso. Alino Faso is a Burkinabe citizen who was unalived in Cote d'Ivoire. And the government in Cote d'Ivoire said that Alino Faso unalived himself inside a cell. So we have to remember that Cote d'Ivoire is the same country that tried to take down Ibrahim Traoré, to assassinate him this same year, and it is now going after the activists in Burkina Faso who are living in Cote d'Ivoire. So they said that there was a rope inside his cell which he used to unalive himself. And remember that Alino Faso was arrested in January, and when they saw the body, you won't believe that there was a lot of torture. And they were saying that he is spying on behalf of Burkina Faso inside Cote d'Ivoire. The people are very much tired with Cote d'Ivoire. They are in the streets and they are saying enough is enough. Alassane Ouattara, what do you have to do with Burkina Faso? You have to leave Ibrahim Traoré alone.
As always, please like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And if you believe in what we do, join our membership community or send a super thanks to show your support. Meanwhile, Ghana has just deployed troops near the Burkina Faso border in response to rising security tensions, following the killing of 2 students in the area. But this move has drawn criticism, especially after Ghana earlier pledged support for Burkina Faso in the fight against insecurity.
As the conflict reignites in a nearby town, raising fears of extremist spillover from the Sahel. The Ghanaian military has moved into the town of Boku, following the killing of 3 students over the weekend. It is seen as a suspected targeted ambush near a school, reigniting tensions in a region already on edge. Boku, in Ghana's Upper East region, is located near Burkina Faso. It has been gripped by a decades-long leadership and ethnic dispute that has frequently turned violent. The Boku conflict involves 2 ethnic groups. The Mampursi, who claim traditional ownership and right to the chieftaincy, and the Kusasi, who currently hold the title and see themselves as the legitimate rulers. Despite numerous peace attempts, the dispute has led to sporadic gunfire, curfews, and a heavy military presence. The strategic location of Boku, just kilometers from Burkina Faso, has deepened concerns. Islamist groups affiliated with Al-Qaeda and ISIS have turned northern Burkina Faso into a hotbed of insurgency. Ghanaian authorities fear that militants could easily slip through the porous border to destabilize communities in northern Ghana. Ghana's intelligence agencies have warned that the Boku area's long-standing unrest combined with economic hardship could make it a prime target for radical infiltration. Officials also warn that extremists may eye Ghana's gold-rich areas as a funding source for future operations. However, as of now, links between the Boku violence and Sahelian jihadist groups have not been confirmed.
Why are soldiers being deployed for containment rather than cooperation? Is Ghana watching its neighbor burn while securing its own fence? And what does this say about the sincerity of our so-called regional partnerships? Before we end today's episode, we encourage you to watch this eye-opening video on genetically modified seeds. In a time when our food security is being compromised by foreign interests, it is crucial to understand what is entering our soil, our bodies, and our future.
And remember, I spoke about how South Africa doesn't have seeds last time, and many people didn't understand what I was talking about. The country is currently making all its staple foods on what are called genetically modified seeds.
Monsanto.
Yes, most of which are disabled from reproducing. Most of which, even if they did reproduce, they would slowly reproduce less and less. This means that we need to...
People don't understand this. A seed, when you plant it, has an ability that when it bears fruit, the fruit can give you seeds that can be replanted.
Yes.
You are saying there are genetically modified seeds where it will give you fruit, maybe even with pips, but they cannot grow into anything.
Some of those seeds are genetically engineered to have what is called a genetic use restriction technology, that if you try to replant it next season, it won't replant. But more importantly, when you planted this genetically modified plant, first time around, when it can still reproduce, it has a power to cross-pollinate, and the pollen will go all across the country, 60-kilometer radius, and they will infect or go to an organic plant and cross-pollinate that plant and turn it into a plant that's got genetic use restriction technology, so that plant won't work. And they can do that again and again all across the country until they destroy the organic seeds, and you're only left with these genetically engineered seeds for your food. So you have to go and buy them every year from a company that is not South African, from a Monsanto that is not South African, from a Bayer that is not South African, from a Syngenta that is not South African, putting you in slavery for seeds.
So scary.
And this
scary.
And these companies, Lima Grain, which owns a company called Seedco, Lima Grain actually destroyed all tomato seeds in Europe, to the extent that right now hybrids are what are left in Europe, and they sell these hybrids from anything from $60,000 a kg to $400,000 a kg. What that means is seeds cost more than a kg of gold. So if we continue to allow that to happen in South Africa, very soon the companies that control these seeds can demand a kg of gold or more for a kg of seeds. And without those seeds, you do not eat. So what we are saying is, it should therefore be common sense for the government of South Africa, black South Africans, and anybody that considers themselves South African, including the Boers, to make sure that they should be supporting seed producers that produce organic seed or open pollinated seeds, so that we can have seeds.
Disclaimer: this content is produced solely for educational, informational, and analytical purposes. We do not promote violence, hate, or misinformation. Our goal is to foster critical thinking, civic awareness, and peaceful dialogue. This video fully complies with YouTube's community guidelines. If this video informed or inspired you, please don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. We also urge you to consider supporting our work through Super Thanks or by becoming a channel member. Independent African journalism matters, and your help keeps this light shining. Africa will rise, not through silence, but through unity, truth, and the courage to speak out. The awakening is here, and it begins with you.